விவேகானந்தரை நினைந்திடுவோம், விவேக வழியினில் வாழ்ந்திடுவோம். விவேகானந்தரை நினைந்திடுவோம், விவேக வழியினில் வாழ்ந்திடுவோம். தெய்வீக மனிதனின் இயல்பென்போம், தெய்வ தொண்டில் சிறந்திடுவோம். தெய்வீக மனிதனின் இயல்பென்போம், தெய்வ தொண்டில் சிறந்திடுவோம். விவேகானந்தரின் நெறியினில் நின்று, விவேகானந்தரின் நெறியினில் நின்று ஆண்மையுடன் நாம் வாழ்ந்திடுவோம். விவேகானந்தரை நினைந்திடுவோம், விவேக வழியினில் வாழ்ந்திடுவோம். தொண்டும் துறவும் போற்றிடுவோம், இதயத்தை கோவில் ஆக்கிடுவோம். தொண்டும் துறவும் போற்றிடுவோம், இதயத்தை கோவில் ஆக்கிடுவோம். விவேகானந்தரின் குரலை முழங்கி, விவேகானந்தரின் குரலை முழங்கி சிங்கமென நாம் சிலித்தெழுவோம். விவேகானந்தரை நினைந்திடுவோம், விவேக வழியினில் வாழ்ந்திடுவோம். சுயநலம் களைந்தே வாழ்ந்திடுவோம், பொதுநலம் பேணி உழைத்திடுவோம். சுயநலம் களைந்தே வாழ்ந்திடுவோம், பொதுநலம் பேணி உழைத்திடுவோம். விவேகானந்தரின் கொடியை ஏந்தி, விவேகானந்தரின் கொடியை ஏந்தி தியாகத்தின் உருவாய் விளங்கிடுவோம். விவேகானந்தரை நினைந்திடுவோம், விவேக வழியினில் வாழ்ந்திடுவோம். முனிவர்கள் பரம்பரை நாம் என்போம், பக்தியும் முக்தியும் பெற்றிடுவோம். முனிவர்கள் பரம்பரை நாம் என்போம், பக்தியும் முக்தியும் பெற்றிடுவோம். விவேகானந்தரின் படையாய் விளங்கி, விவேகானந்தரின் படையாய் விளங்கி மங்களம் என்றும் சேர்த்திடுவோம். விவேகானந்தரை நினைந்திடுவோம், விவேக வழியினில் வாழ்ந்திடுவோம். விவேகானந்தரை நினைந்திடுவோம், விவேக வழியினில் வாழ்ந்திடுவோம். விவேக வழியினில் வாழ்ந்திடுவோம், விவேக வழியினில் வாழ்ந்திடுவோம்.
A pleasant good morning. Swami Vivekananda's reply to the address of welcome at Pamban, 26 January 1897. Our sacred motherland is a land of religion and philosophy, the birthplace of spiritual giants, the land of renunciation, where and where alone, from the most ancient to the most modern times, there has been the highest ideal of life open to man. I have been in the countries of the West, have traveled through many lands of many races, and each race and each nation appears to me to have a particular ideal, a prominent ideal running through its whole life. And this ideal is the backbone of the national life. Not politics, nor military power, nor commercial supremacy, nor mechanical genius furnishes India with that backbone, but religion. And religion alone is all that we have and mean to have. Spirituality has been always in India. The eyes of the whole world are now turned towards this land of India for spiritual food. And India has to provide it for all the races. Here alone is the best ideal for mankind. And Western scholars are now striving to understand this ideal which is enshrined in our Sanskrit literature and philosophy, and which has been the characteristic of India all through the ages. Since the dawn of history, no missionary went out of India to propagate the Hindu doctrines and dogmas. But now, a wonderful change is coming over us. Sri Bhagavan Krishna says, whenever virtue subsides and immorality prevails, then I come again and again to help the world. Religious researchers disclose to us the fact that there is not a country possessing a good ethical code but has borrowed something of it from us. And there is not one religion possessing good ideas of the immortality of the soul but has derived it directly or indirectly from us. A great moral obligation rests on the sons of India to fully equip themselves for the work of enlightening the world on the problems of human existence. One thing we may note, that whereas you will find the good and great men of other countries take pride in tracing back the descent to some robber baron who lived in a mountain fortress and emerged from time to plunder passing wayfarers, we Hindus, on the other hand, take pride in being the descendants of rishis and sages who lived on roots and fruits in mountains and caves, meditating on the Supreme. We may be degraded and degenerated now, but however degraded and degenerated we may be, we can become great if only we begin to work in right earnest on behalf of our religion. Thank you.
Reply to the address of welcome at Ramnath, 29 January 1897. The longest night seems to be passing away. The sorest trouble seems to be coming to an end at last. The seeming corpse appears to be awaking, and a voice is coming to us of knowledge and of love and of work. India, this motherland of ours, is awakening. This motherland of ours is awakening from her deep long sleep. None can resist her anymore. Never is she going to sleep anymore. No outward powers can hold her back anymore, for the infinite giant is rising to her feet. In this land are still religion and spirituality, the fountains which will have to overflow and flood the world to bring in the new life and new vitality to the Western and other nations. Your talks of politics, of social regeneration, your talks of money making and commercialism, all these will roll off like water from a duck's back. This spirituality then is what you have to teach the world. Have we to learn anything else? Have we to learn anything else from the world? We have, perhaps, to gain a little in material knowledge, in the power of organization, in the ability to handle powers, organizing powers, in bringing the best results out of the smallest of causes. This perhaps, to a certain extent, we may learn from the West. Perhaps some sort of materialism, toned down to our own requirements, would be a blessing to many of our brothers who are not yet ripe for the highest truths. Let the poor enjoy themselves a little, and then they will rise themselves up, and renunciation will come to him of itself. Perhaps in this line, we can be taught something by the Western people, but we must be very cautious in learning these things. Mark you, if you give up that spirituality, leaving it aside to go after the materializing civilization of the West, the result will be that in 3 generations you will be an extinct race, because the backbone of the nation will be broken. The foundation which upon the national edifice has been built will be undermined, and the result will be annihilation all around. Let us all work hard, my brethren. This is no time for sleep. On our work depends the coming of the India of the future. She is there ready waiting. She is only sleeping. Arise and awake and see her seated here on her eternal throne, rejuvenated, more glorious than she ever was, this motherland of ours. And may he who, the Shiva of the Shaivites, the Vishnu of the Vaishnavites, the Buddha of the Buddhists, the Jinnah of the Jains, the Jehovah of the Christians and the Jews, the Allah of the Mohammedans, the Lord of every sect, the Brahma of the Vedantis, he the all-pervading, whose glory has been known only in this land. May he bless us, may he help us, may he give strength unto us, energy unto us, to carry this idea into practice. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Swami Vivekananda's first public lecture in the East, delivered in Colombo on 16th January 1897 on returning from the Western countries. If there is any land on this earth that can lay claim to be the blessed Punya Bhumi, to be the land to which all souls on this earth must come to account for karma, the land to which every soul that is wending its way Godward must come to attain its last home, the land where humanity has attained its highest towards gentleness, towards generosity, towards purity, towards calmness. Above all, the land of introspection and of spirituality, it is India. Here is the life-giving water with which must be quenched the burning fire of materialism, which is burning the core of the hearts of millions in other lands. Believe me, my friends, this is going to be. Ideas after ideas have marched out from here, but every word has been spoken with a blessing behind it and peace before it. We, of all nations of the world, have never been a conquering race, and that blessing is on our head, and therefore we live. To the other nations of the world, religion is one among the many occupations of life. But here, in India, religion is the one and the only occupation of life. To many, Indian thought, Indian manners, Indian customs, Indian philosophy, Indian literature are repulsive at the first sight. But let them persevere, let them read, let them become familiar with the great principles underlying these ideas, and it is 99 to 1 that the charm will come over them and fascination will be the result. Slow and silent has been the work of the calm, patient, all-suffering spiritual race upon the world of thought. Once more, history is going to repeat itself. When religion in the West is only in the hands of the ignorant, and the knowing ones look down with scorn upon anything belonging to religion, here comes to the fore the philosophy of India, which displays the highest religious aspirations of the Indian mind. And above all, what India has to give to the world is this: Ekam Sat Vipra Bahuda Vadanti. That which exists is one. Sages call it by various names. It is not that Shiva is superior to Vishnu. Not that Vishnu is everything and Shiva is nothing. Not that Christ is superior to Shiva or Shiva superior to Christ. Not that Shiva is superior and Christ and Allah are nothing. But it is the same one whom you call either Shiva or Vishnu or by 100 other names. The names are different, but it is the same one. There are other and higher lessons that India can teach. The lessons of mildness, gentleness, forbearance, toleration, sympathy, and brotherhood. Everyone may learn, whether man, woman, or child, learned or unlearned, without respect of race, caste, or creed. They call thee by various names, thou art one. Thank you.
Reply to the address of welcome at Madras, 7 February 1897. Man proposes and God disposes. It was proposed that the addresses and the replies should be carried in the English fashion. But here God disposes. I am speaking to a scattered audience from a chariot in a Gita fashion. It gives a zest to speech and strength to what I am going to tell you. I don't know whether my voice will reach all of you, but I'll try my best. I never before had an opportunity of addressing a large open-air meeting. As each nation have one ideal as its vitality, as each nation have one particular group which is to become its own. So, religion is the one peculiarity of the growth of Indian mind. In other parts of the world, religion is one of the many considerations. In fact, it is the minor occupation. But here in India, it is religion that forms the very core of national heart. It's the backbone, bedrock, the foundation upon which the national ethics has been built. Politics, power, even intellect form of secondary consideration here. Religion, therefore, is one consideration in India. Two great problems are being decided by the nations of the world. And India has taken up one side and the rest of the world has taken the other side. And the problem is this: who is to survive? What makes a nation survive and others die? Should love survive or hatred? Should enjoyment survive or renunciation? Should matter survive or the spirit? In the struggle of life, we think as our ancestors did way back in the prehistoric ages. And our solution is renunciation, giving up, fearlessness, and love. These are the fittest to survive. Giving up a census makes a nation survive. This big gigantic race, which had to grapple to some of the greatest problems of misfortune, danger, and vicissitudes as such as never fall upon the heads of other nations. Survive because it has taken the side of renunciation. For without renunciation, how can there be religion? Europe is trying to solve the other side of the problem as to how much a man can have, how much more power a man can possess by hook or by crook, by some means or other. Competition, cruel, cold, and heartless is law of Europe. Our law is caste, breaking of competition, checking of forces, mitigating its cruelty, smoothing the passage of human soul throughout the mystery of life. Friends, I am very much pleased with your enthusiasm. Only make it permanent. We want to work up great things in India. For that, I require your help. Such enthusiasm is necessary. Thank you.